Of all the countries that I've traveled to, India is undoubtedly the most socially stratified one that I've ever seen. So much of its society is organized hierarchically on the basis of caste. For many, their lives and fates are determined at birth. Now, caste is deeply rooted in ancient Hindu scripture, and broadly speaking, it organizes people into one of 5 different class categories. For centuries, caste dictated not just your job or status, but where you could live, who you could marry, and even if you're allowed to drink out of the local village well. Then in 1950, India's constitution outlawed caste-based discrimination. Dr. Ambedkar, the Dalit jurist who helped to construct the constitution, described caste as a system of graded inequality. Since then, the government has introduced reservations in education and employment to try and uplift historically oppressed communities. However, it's been over 70 years now since caste-based discrimination was outlawed, and unfortunately, there are still frequent instances of caste-motivated prejudice and violence occurring all around the country and making headlines. Today, I'm on the streets of Delhi and I'm talking to locals to try and truly understand whether caste disappeared or whether it simply went underground. Excuse me, I started a YouTube channel where we ask people questions about culture and society. No worries. Would you be interested in talking for a minute?
Sorry.
Okay, no worries. I was wondering if I could have a minute of your time, please?
No, please.
Okay. As a foreigner, I think I'm subject to a few misconceptions. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about India generally, but also in relation to caste. In your words, what is caste?
Uh, I think to classify people that you belong to this set of group or like for the classification, it is there. But I don't think I personally don't believe in this system because as our constitution speaks secularism, so I don't believe in this. Yeah.
It is based on the roles, jobs done by the society.
There were 4 major castes and then there were 5th, the untouchables. So these 4 castes, the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, they were the top, the creme de la creme, the rulers and the priests, the scholars. Then came the merchants, and then there were the Shudras, which were the 4th caste, which were more or like laborers, and then the 5th, who did not come in any of the varnas. So that was initially the caste system, which was supposed to be not hereditary. It was not supposed to be rigid. However, it became rigid.
Do you think caste exists in modern Indian society?
Of course, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Even there are certain people who don't allow people to rent at their homes just because they are of different caste. So these are some small issues, and they are unrecorded issues which I'm talking about.
Caste.
Which caste?
Just generally as a concept in caste discrimination. You don't think it exists?
No. Very less.
Do you think caste exists in India in 2025?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in what sense?
Well, it's formalized at this point, every government schemes, they have some aspect of caste in it. It of course, it influences politics and everything general in life. However, I think there is a decline and I see a hopeful tomorrow.
I'm an Australian.
Australian, yes.
Yeah.
I'm Indian, but I support Australian team because they have guts and they win 5 World Cup in cricket match, and it's very proud moment for Australian team. So I respect Australian team. That's why class is very good.
Well, we appreciate that. I was wondering, would I be able to ask you a few questions about caste today?
Okay.
Okay. So firstly, do you think that caste exists in modern India?
Caste, yes, it's bad thing. It's point out my caste system is very bad for the future and the people of India.
Some communities in Hindus are totally, we don't like. No, don't like. Even they are Hindus. But their living standard, their culture, they're totally different, totally different. So we always stay away from these people.
They're also Hindu, so
They're
don't
Hindu,
you have
I
more in
understand.
common than you
No,
think?
boss, common, you cannot find common with them. When you go there, if you want to know this now, you personally visit these places. Around Delhi, you can say. You see the difference now. These are Hindus. Look at their standard and look at how they live. So we cannot beat them, we cannot teach them, but they are totally different. We want to stay away because don't want to speak about them.
Well, those who say it doesn't exist, I think they're living in fool's paradise, because it very much does. And, it is a very deep rooted system which is there in the society. I mean, it really needs to get uprooted, and it's going to take several years for it to get uprooted. It's not just like, a day's job and you start educating the people after that. It's not like, one, immediately people are just going to realize that one day, yeah, caste system does not exist, but it does.
So I just wanted to ask whether you thought caste existed in 2025.
No comments.
Okay.
I don't think that there is a caste bias when it comes to the healthcare sector, but definitely there is a caste bias when it comes to social structures such as marriage, such as education, such as employment. Over there, yes, caste system is there, but there is also reversal in that manner that since there is a caste system, there are seats which are allotted to the people who take undue advantage of the caste system as well. So it goes both ways. It's not that it is discriminatory, but even the people who are from the the sub-social strata of the society, they also misuse this in their own favor.
Excuse me, sir. I was hoping I could have a minute of your time. I started a YouTube channel and I travel around the world talking to people about their culture and society. Could I have a minute?
Sure.
Sure. What's your name?
Sandeep.
Nice to meet you, Sandy.
Yeah.
I'm Tristan from Australia.
It's bad. It's definitely bad. It's. I mean, yes, and that's why I said like the situation is getting better as there is more inclusion of education, I'll say, and more intermingling of the people, different caste communities coming together. But it's not completely eradicated and does play a big role, and it's honestly very bad for our society.
I think in marriages, yes, people do look for caste. If they have same caste, the preference is definitely on, and because the cultures and the rituals are absolutely different when you marry a different caste person. So yes, it do exist even today.
If you talk about metropolitan cities, over here it is still the caste system is pretty low, but if you go down into the villages, yes, the caste system prevails.
Somebody claimed it's out of purity because you can't question it. The people who started this, like for example, if you're starting this, you want to be in a leverage position where nobody can question you and you say like, hey, I'm better than you. How you're better than somebody? So if somebody can ask you, you can't prove it, so you say like, oh, this is unquestionable.
I think the youngsters do not mind, following the rituals of other caste. Also, they have started respecting people's religion, and they are more open to accepting people as a human rather than understanding them as their own caste belonging. And that intercaste marriages are increasing nowadays. I think that is a clear symbol of people accepting the caste.
So when you are a young person and you're starting to form friends and engage with society, does it ever factor into your mind who you're hanging out with, what caste they're from?
Really depends on the people.
Because I also come from a privileged family and I understand all of the things which are going on currently in India. So my parents are very supportive and they keep me aware about all of these things. So my circle, which I am, like my friend group also, they're also not very discriminatory.
And are you supportive of government initiatives to bring in quotas or reservations in education or employment to try and narrow that gap?
At some point, I am in favor of those, but but there are some people who took advantage of these things because of that. There's like there's some people who are not get the opportunity of because of this. So yeah, I don't personally don't like this.
So a reservation, am not completely in support of, because the reservation nowadays is totally based on the caste system, not on the economic, standard.
Do you think the Indian government is doing enough to combat caste discrimination across the country?
No, they are in fact misusing it. They are dividing the people.
Do they work? I'm not sure, but do I support them? Yes, because you have to give them something. There has to be some way. If there is a better policy, yes, I'll support that. But till then, that's it.
I think government is doing everything what they can. It really now, depends on the mindset of the people. Government cannot get inside the minds of the people. They have to understand that it has to come consciously from within. It is not something which government can force onto anyone.
Do you think that India will ever be free of caste, or do you think it should ever be free of caste?
Right now, seeing the improvement, I think it will be free, but it will take some time.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because there's one mentality of people which will never change here. Yeah, like they will not be think about that with a free mindset that there's no casteism, we all are equal. No, they will never.
Depends on the people that the time they start admiring more and more, that most of the time the system is used to actually take advantage of those people. All the time somebody will poke out something to differentiate or alienate one part of the world, then to take advantage of that, maybe sometimes for votes, sometimes for power, sometimes to manipulate your mindset.
With the current policies of government, I don't think so, but there is a chance of improvement if the government understands what people are going through today. So yeah.
We are moving towards that, so we definitely hope, and I'm sure it is going in the positive side, and more people have started valuing the humans as an individual. My father and my forefathers can immediately tell what is the origin of that person just by knowing the name of that person, because they used to believe in caste so much. But we don't actually have that kind of knowledge, and we don't want to have that kind of rigidity in our minds. So if it is dissolving, I consider it as a good sign.
So we are progressing towards a much more diluted society, society in which caste is secondary. So I think we are progressing in the right track. But yeah, cases do exist. Things don't change in fortnight. Takes time.
It would start mattering less. I'm not sure it will just be gone or erased unless there is a top-down approach, which I don't see coming.
It depends on the mindset at the end of the day, and well, I firmly believe that yes, one day it will be.